Kenyan President William Ruto just finished his trip to the USA.
President Joe Biden, Dr. Jill Biden.
He made the first official state visit by an African leader in 16 years. Ruto's engagement comes at a time when Washington is feeling pressure to compete with other nations in engaging Africa. China has built infrastructure and given loans across the continent. Russia has security forces stationed in several nations and mineral resource deals in many as well. The U.S. recently got kicked out of Niger after building a $100 million military base to try and fight terrorism. A recent coup there left a political situation that Washington found it hard to deal with. And the Russians have already moved into the security facility. South Africa has taken positions at odds with the U.S. on the Ukraine war and the Gaza conflict. Kenya, on the other hand, has been a strong U.S. ally and a beacon of hope in a region where democracy is fighting to survive. They are supplying peacekeeping forces in Haiti, a country in America's backyard that is a mess. And few other leaders would be willing to tackle.
It is the collective responsibility of all nations and all peoples who believe in freedom, self-determination, democracy, and justice. And it is the reason why Kenya took up this responsibility.
They have been allies in helping Somalia fight the Al-Shabaab.
What we're seeing here in Isiolo County is a county.
And the American government development arm, USAID, runs many of its African programs from Kenya. And Ruto's reward?
We're launching a new era of technological cooperation between Kenya and America, including new exchanges and investments in key fields of cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and semiconductors. And this progress is thanks in large part to the leaders around this table.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. While Ruto was visiting, the two nations also inked a number of specific deals with significant price tags. $7 million to modernize and improve the professionalism of Kenya's National Police Service. $3.6 million for clean energy connections. $2.2 million to implement priority reforms in Kenyan prisons. $1.55 million for programs combating corruption. $1.5 million to support political, legal, and electoral reforms. $500,000 to enhance transparency in Kenya's budget processes. There is also a $5.2 million increase in funds supporting civil society organizations and joint private government programs for youth empowerment and disability inclusion. But there is even bigger investment coming from outside the U.S. government. Washington has also lined up $250 million in new investments in Kenya through the International Development Finance Corporation. And U.S.-based private equity Everstrong Capital LLC have signed a deal with the Kenyan government to start the construction of the $3.6 billion expressway from Mombasa to Nairobi.
Distinguished guests.
While Ruto did address some regional issues in his talks with Biden and other American leaders, he did quite well for his nation and his own personal political standing as well. This shows that building a strong relationship with Washington can be lucrative if one plays their cards right. ADN TV will continue to report on diplomatic developments across Africa.